ult is ready. Our turret is under attack. Let my way bend the earth.
Well done.
Go back to where we belong.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Like a string puppet, you are totally under my control.
Let my will bend the earth. Our turret is under attack. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Enemy dominated. Our turret is under attack.
Our victories will be limitless.
Legendary. Enemy double.
Well done.
The enemy has slain Lord.
Never look back if you have nothing to regret.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret is under attack. Shut down. Enemy rampage. Our turret has been inhibitor turret is under attack. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Enemy unstoppable. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Ally has been slain.
We all go back to where we belong.
Well done.
Inhibitor turret is under attack. Shut down. Our turret has been inhibitor turret is under attack. An enemy has been slain.
Your life is worthless, but I will take it anyway.
Nobody came with me.
Slain. An enemy has been slain. The enemy has slain Lord.
Did the other stream die? What did the glasses taunt BTK did mean? I don't get it. I think it was I think it was just to make fun of Basic because he wears glasses. So they were making sure that people knew that they were mocking him because he's the only one who wears glasses on that team.
The future of Cadia Riverlands is in our hands.
I thought they were binoculars. I don't know. You'd have to ask them if it was just because I thought it was just because they were mocking Basic.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
Ult is ready.
Like a string puppet, you are totally under my control.
I thought they were giving the goat a shout out. Lise, you're so innocent. They're obviously calling for Mielo.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self. Hi-ya! 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 Ah! Gather at the Lord! Ah!
Ult is ready.
Your life is worthless, but I will take it anyway.
Dude, she does so much fucking damage.
To where we belong.
This is why I'm not a huge fan of Lu Yi right now. We need to actually have a fucking tank in front of us. Otherwise, like, dude, I've been getting caught and nobody can help because we have a fucking Franco and I think a tank lead. Like, no real peel. This Roger is so fucking fast, too. Bro's holding an iPad and made it look like a Nokia. It's an iPad mini, though, so it's not the normal size. Oh, this dude's fucked.
The Oriental Warriors. Loneliness never bothers me.
Initiate retreat.
Hi-ya! The future of Cadia Riverlands is in our hands. Ah!
Godlike. Request backup.
Oh my god, these fucking hooks.
Our victory will be limitless.
My will legendary. You have been slain.
Oh, are we good? Oh god, this might be game. Oh, thank god.
Request backup.
Who retried? Oh, I was about to say, tell me ours did not just retry like that. Oh, get him! No! Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Slain.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
Ult is ready.
Let my will bend the earth. Ah!
An ally has been slain.
Hi-ya!
Godlike. Legendary. Team destroyed a turret.
Hi-ya!
Well,
Hi-ya!
well.
Hi-ya! 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 Let my will bend the earth. Ah! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
You have slain an enemy.
Hi-ya!
Launch attack.
Oh my god, bro. Can we stop dying? What do we got?
Your team destroyed a turret. Initiate retreat.
You are failing the Oriental warriors.
Hook, 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 hook.
Hi-ya!
Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Shit. That might be game. We got 17 seconds until this alpha's back up. He's 9-12 though. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's game.
Defeat.
Oh. AV in private. Yeah, Liz is mine. I don't allow you to play Carmilla on anybody else's stream. uh we got kind of a late start. If you guys don't know, we do giveaways on Friday. We do like 2 or 3 epic skins. We give them away on stream. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, the very lovely and awesome friend Xena Lily will be streaming. Same Twitch. Same Twitch is exclamation point Xena for more information on her. I think she's doing a just chatting tomorrow. So, but she's a good friend. I will be streaming again on Wednesday. I'm thinking about putting together another video. If you guys don't know, check out my YouTube channel, exclamation point socials. My YouTube channel, we got a lot of videos and stuff on there. We'll have another episode of the MLBB Pulse. I think I'll start working on it tomorrow. We'll have one up hopefully by this week. So also pour one out for the streams. Strawberry, she's sick right now. I think she's got like bronchitis and a slew of other things wrong with her. That's why she hasn't been on stream. We miss her. Hopefully she comes back. Did I miss something, or does CIS? What's CIS? Is that like, isn't that like Eastern Europe? Kazu, you're from Malaysia? I have to ask. Wait, is MY Malaysia or is MI Myanmar? CIS is Eastern Europe. I think you guys only get all right, so there's also Snapdragon, but that doesn't happen until after M6. Snapdragon is one for Europe. There's a lot of European teams in it. I'll be casting for that in January. Yep, I am. Oh, bro, what happened to SRG? Are SRG still doing well right now? That's my big question. I would love to see an upset at M6. Bro, love Filipinos, love what they've done for the games, but goddamn, am I tired of them winning. I'm sure there has to be Filipinos who feel the same way too. I'm sure there's like people in the region who are like, man, if there could only be a fucking challenge to us. I want to see. Snap will be in Asia too. Yeah, I'll be casting for the European version. I think they get like, you done for the night? Yeah, I am, D's. Don't you dare come on after we played one game with me, you, and Xena, and then you dipped on us out of fucking nowhere. Turkey was done already, and so is LATAM, and Mekong is on grand finals now. Why there's no Eastern Europe TN tournament? Aurora break the code. I said I was going to play 5. When the fuck did you say that? You dipped. You played 1 with us and then you dipped. What was I going to say? So Eastern, I don't know what's going on in that. The problem is most of Eastern Europe, Eastern European, like if they were going to have a tournament like that, it would have to be led by Russia. And I'm not going to get political on you, but I mean, we all know what's going on with Russia right now. So it's going to be kind of hard for them to kind of host something. In fact, the last time they did host something was, what was it? The Games of the Future. We still haven't, the casters still have not been paid for that event. There's no M6 qualifiers in Eastern Europe. That's what I was saying. There is none. If there was going to be one, it would probably be led by Russia, because that's the biggest, richest area around there, I want to say. There's 4 of us in lobby if you include private right now. No. I think I might be done. I'm just kind of chatting. Bro, I would love to just do a chatting stream where I could just chat. I'm not gonna lie. So we do, if you guys don't know my channel, we do sometimes, we do joint streams with Xena, Booyaka, some other streamers too as well. True Spirits. I want to say, like, some of the most entertaining streams I do are with Xena. Because me and her have such an outlandish personality when it comes to playing games. You can catch some of our on my YouTube channel. You can catch the Space Marines game we did. We've got another one coming out soon. I have to get it edited though. Are you coming for M6? I hope so. Nobody as far as I know has gotten the call yet. I will say, by this time last year, I did know that I was going. The person who was picked already knew that they were going, so I'm kind of doubtful. I'm still hopeful that I am going to M6, but like right now, I mean, nobody's said anything to me. Nobody's asked. Oh, you came back. Hi, Ritzith. Just for you. We knew you were getting lonely in there, doing your laundry, folding clothes. You're black and black, trying to not mix it up. Black, black, and black. Official Choke 9 Esports. Bro, you guys have no chill. These fucking names. Official Choke 9 L Sports. Is there a giveaway? There is not a giveaway until Friday, guys. Why is your MS spiking? I have no fucking clue. I would probably try hard to free up my schedules. Bro, it doesn't even matter to me. I would drop my job. Like, unfortunately, I got picked for M5, but I was not able to go because the job I had at the time, literally, there was a problem that year because I left my last job and I was job searching, and it started taking really, really, really long. You guys are killing me.
Victory or defeat.
And I had just gotten the job, and then I got selected for M5. And I wasn't able to go because, like, I had just started and they weren't going to give me the time off. So then I changed it to a new job now where I have time off that I can take. Dude, a lot of people don't realize, like, all this shit talking. I get that BTK won, but all this shit talking, if C9 leaves the region, it hurts North America. I don't think you guys realize how much it hurts North America if Cloud9 leaves. It also hurts North America if we don't get challengers to BTK. If we don't get people who stream, people who want to try to build up their brand and stuff like that. Yeah, we need teams. We need competition here. We need this place to expand. No sponsors, GG's. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm all for, like, and I've said it before, like, dude, I just want what's best for North America. Honestly, at the most primitive level, the better things are for North America, the better things are for the staff, the better things are for the casters, the better things are for players trying to get in to the scene. The more we kind of spread hate, the more we trash talk, the more we show our asses to people, the less people are going to want to get involved. The less sponsors are going to want to be involved because they see we act like fucking animals. The less organizations are going to want to get involved because our teams are too immature to listen to anybody. And then we're going to be where we're at right now, where Munsun's at the point that they just want to pull the plug on any type of smaller regions because they can't be controlled. No sponsors, no land. I know. Then we don't get to see Ritz's beautiful face. Well, actually, we probably will. We'll sort stuff out. I think so. Next year, I've got the Snapdragon tournament I'll be casting for. Maybe something for India I might be casting for. I'm in talks with some people. We'll see how that goes. Also, there is there anybody in chat that is in Ohio? I know this is a random fucking question, but is there anybody who's in Ohio that's in the chat right now? Nope. I just said nope. Not a single person. I said I'm from Oklahoma. Taunting is good marketing and to hype up the scene so that possible sponsors would come. No one lived in Ohio. What's in Ohio, you guys? Oh. No, there's a limit to it. Like I said, like we already scared away GG because our team didn't want to practice when they lost, and because Moontoon kind of backed away, and it scared GG away because they were not going to make any money here if they won. The Ohio brothers weren't even in Ohio. You know what's crazy? So this year was the first time I went to a convention. I got invited. Me and Xena were invited to host a panel at MatsuriCon. It's like an anime/gaming convention over in Ohio. And I was kind of dubious because first of all, I've never done a convention. Second of all, it was in Ohio, and I kind of had the same mindset. I'm like, what the fuck is in Ohio, Xena? And apparently, Ohio has Columbus, Ohio. That's their capital. They have a ton of conventions. My invite got lost in the mail. Ritzith. We had been on I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Ritz is going to be my camera girl next time I go. Columbus, Ohio. Kazoo, the problem is for North America, for Malaysia, all right, let's put it this way. If Moontoon spent what they spent in North America for this last one was probably the cheapest NACT we've ever done, right? Because it was all online. We didn't have to get a venue. Prize pool was the same. There wasn't as much staff hired on for this time. It was like a fraction of what we usually get for NACT, which is why it was all done online. If North America, if what Moontoon gave to North America went to a place like Malaysia or the Philippines, because of how cheap things are over there compared to North America, we probably would have been able to do a live finals. And that's the problem with North America, is we are so fucking expensive. Even when we have negotiations or trying to talk to them about like having North American casters cast events, even if we were going to cast events in like for Philippines online or something like that. I've heard 1,000 times before when it comes to like doing events and stuff like that, that Americans are so expensive. And it's like, they're like, it's not because like you're trying to be expensive or like we're saying that you're diva or bougie. It's just that you're so expensive. Like $100 to us is like a pittance, where like $800 would probably set somebody in the Philippines for like 2 months. You know what I mean? It's just we just, man, it's so hard geographically to kind of explain how hard it is. And then plus North America, we have issues with cell phone games and mobile games. Yeah, the cost of living in the US is high. $100 goes a long way, not gonna lie. The difference, so for those of you guys who are in Malaysia and in the Philippines, is there not a lot of clips of you guys like trash talking each other or your teams saying something? I wonder, because I've wondered if like, because like on YouTube, I'm not going to see like the Filipinos talking in Tagalog, like shitting on each other. I wouldn't get that in my feed. But I wonder if it happens just as much as we get clipped here in North America. $800 is about how much my contacts are. Send donations. Ritz, it's mine too. Mirko had a stream once where he had donations for help me pay this month's bills, and it was in whatever fucking currency he has where he's from. And I remember calculating it up to see how much it actually was to pay his bills, and it was like 400 American dollars for like a month. I was like, what? Except for some players having real beef. Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here in North America. There's no players that have real beef in North America. At least not with those top 5 players. Pay my bills? No. I'm gonna be a titty streamer, and we're gonna do just chatting streams soon, and we'll do like the booba girls do, and I'll like write the subs names on my arms and shit. Oh my god! So thank you so much for the sub. Get a marker and a little erasable board. Sit on like a water floaty for most of the stream. We have a fair share of that here. Yeah. I think it just reaches more because English is a commonly accepted language. That's where the money is at, right, Ritza? Don't forget to show more skin. Oh, where's my original? Hold on, guys. Was this this is our Xena streamer mode. The boobas. But where's my horns? Oh, there they are. Why are they, what are they doing all the way up there? This is my, I was going to become the Xena booba streamer. Now I have horns and boobas. She said, just take my money. Oh. Close, right? TikTok isn't banned in the US. He's slowly turning into a VTuber. This isn't the private I used to know. Dude, we wanna fucking crash into the just chatting section soon. A pink wig? Let me see. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the grand finals, dude. That's all I really care about. Did we put on a good show? Hopefully, Cloud9 sticks with it, sticks with the same team. Bro, I already said it earlier. If Basic tries to get best player out for another Filipino person on that team, I think that Cloud9 needs to dump them all. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to wonder. So, in the military, when what the military does to make sure that people don't get that when stress hits somebody, when stress hits a soldier, they don't forget all of their training. They don't forget what they have to do. They're still focused, and it's like muscle memory. What they do, that's what basic training is for. That's what like yelling at you for. That's why you drill constantly doing the same fucking thing until it's monotonous in your head, like firing a weapon, aiming, breathing, how you're supposed to hold it, when you're supposed to fire during your breaths and stuff like that, how you're supposed to move in certain formations and stuff like that. They drill it into your head so that when that stress hits, it becomes muscle memory and it automatically just clicks in so you don't just like blank out. And I'm wondering if maybe that can be applied to certain members that have issues like that on some of these esports teams. Like when it comes to like Cloud9, the entire team, I want to say, had some issues. There was such great synergy in those first 3 games, but when they lost their first game, it put them on a bad foot, put them in a bad way, and you started slowly seeing the little cracks in their armor. They started playing a little worse. Even Nats, bro. Everybody's holding Nats up on this pedestal, but Nats had some funky plays. They got a little overconfident looking for Zane. Nats got caught a lot. There was a lot of points where he just got bursted down. So they need to hire Private to yell at them while they're doing scrims. From now on, we will only be doing scrims with Kevlars on our head and full battle vests. Put little war paint on them while they're doing scrims. Was Cloud9 originally BTK but renamed by Flied Goat? I don't know that he got gapped, but there are some strong picks out there. I talked about this earlier. At this point, I would put Fried Chicken and Nats pretty even. It's just that I want to say BTK at the beginning was a little bit more questionable about certain picks. Like they tried Hylos, which didn't really suit Chicken. They tried Grok. They even tried Edith, and it just was not working for Chicken. Especially when it came to picks like Phoveus, like the R-Lot, and especially having those picks on somebody like Nats, who just shines when he can rotate early, when he can get those sets on the team, when he can be that factor during all of the team fights before Chicken can even clear his lane. And it's not because Chicken was slow, it's because when you're facing a Phoveus, when you're facing an R-Lot, you have to be careful in lane. You have to stand back. You have to let them do their thing, because if you go out there and you try to trade with them blow for blow, you're going to lose. So, and they just kind of came in. Probably led to frustration. Yeah. Nats was zoning them in the first 3 games solo. Flyed couldn't do that. Yeah, he wasn't able to. Why were the players taunting one another so hard? Emotion, honestly. There was a lot of emotion for them to win that. Especially when you're like the underdog going in, especially when you're 0-3 and you somehow come back 4 games. It was just emotion. And the thing is too, is everybody's kind of like, oh, Basic started it. I'm like, everybody forgets that Zane, when they first won a game, he was doing that same thing to the camera looking in there. Nats played 5 Phoveus, 1 Cho, 1 Ruby. Nats should be throwing hands with whoever drafting. Why? Why do you think that? I don't think that any of those, those picks are great for an XP lane. That's what you want. The Phoveus, the Cho is a huge priority. All right, I can't take myself seriously when I'm talking like this. Hold on. I love the good old mental game. If they're angry, the possibilities of failing is higher. Yeah, and that's true. That's part of it. That's why you see a lot of taunting in there. I think Shark even went into this too. That's why I say you guys who don't play this game at that type of level, you guys just don't understand. These dudes don't hate each other. They're not going to bed writing in their diary about how mean Basic was to them or how they don't care. These dudes, when we get to NACT, everybody's out there having dinner. We're joking with each other. Everybody talks to everybody. Nobody really hates each other or has any. It's the fans that like take it to this extreme level. Like, I heard that Basic slept with Zane's mom, and that's why Zane doesn't like him anymore. And it's like people just come up with like these crazy stories of certain things about like why they don't like somebody or Basic. He has been so egotistical and mouthy, and then when they see Zane do it, they're like, oh man, he's just isn't he just the cutest? It's just like, bruh. Who do you support, BTK or Cloud9? I support North America. Whoever would have made it out of there, dude, I'm gonna still, like, if we jump to a month from now, if I don't get selected for M6, I'm still gonna be here streaming it. I'm still gonna be watching it. I'm still gonna be fanboying it for whoever it would have been. It could have been fucking Godspeed, and I would be fucking rooting for them. The amount of stuff made up in the comments is insane. You casters did an amazing job. Thank you. The problem is, all right, so you're saying 2-3 on Phoveus, 0-3 in the last 4 games. We know he can play other XP heroes. Phoveus was not working after a while. See, here's the problem, and what you're not realizing is that then if Phoveus isn't working, you definitely don't want to give that up. Just because it's not working doesn't mean it's going to be better in the enemy hands. And if it's not, and if it isn't going to be in the enemy hands, the only other choice you have is to ban it. And if you're going to ban it, that means you're leaving something open. And I definitely feel like some of those other ones, Suyu, Matilda, who was the other one? Julian, Alpha. That's 5 already right there. And who was the other one? I want to say, but that's already 5. You know what I mean? Like, those are the prime bans. You cannot let them have any of those fucking picks. Julian already, you saw what happened when Zane got that one. It's just like, who do you leave open for that? The best bet was to play it. and you were having success with it in the first 3 games, so why not? It wasn't Phoveus was not the issue. And I think people kind of like hone in. When a team loses, everybody they get that one person that they want to blame. I've heard some for best player. I've heard some for basic. I've heard some from Nats. I haven't heard any from Cold World or who else is left? Cold World, best player. What am I? Mark Cutie. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Mark Cutie or Cold World. I haven't heard many people blaming them. But the other 3, like, I want to say, like, the viewers, you guys have been all over them. Like, every single thing that they missed, every single thing, if they sneezed the wrong way. I heard that Basic went to the bathroom 5 times during practice. That is just not the professional thing you want to do. It's like, bruh. Gato is I don't think some people like I don't think you guys understand that there's a lot of things you don't know when it comes to drafting the power picks. Gato is a huge pick for the early game, that especially if you have an assassin on your team. Gato, you usually like to have him protected. If you take Gato off the board, that means that the enemy cannot go Gato. Or cannot go assassin or go with something because they're not going to be able to be protected, especially if there's a Khalid up on the board. There's so much that goes into these drafts that some people don't understand. The first time I ever learned this, I told the story before. When I used to play Vainglory, I was on a team there for Halcyon Hammers, and we made it to finals. They had it in Hollywood. Was it North Hollywood? I forgot what the studio was called. But TSM had a team there. Falcons had a team there. And I remember TSM going up against this Korean team. And TSM picked, I don't even know. It was a gimmicky hero for their jungler. They picked something that was just so outrageous. It was like, it would be like seeing like a fucking Alucard in a ranked or in a fucking in a grand finals or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just a pick that is not in the meta. It's not strong. Why would you pick this? And I remember, I think it was like game 4 of a best of 7, and TSM had lost like all the games, and then the last time they picked up this jungler. I forgot what Petal. That was his name. It was Petal. It was this little plant-based hero that he like hopped around. He looked like a little rabbit with tentacles, and he would spawn little minions. And it just had no use in professional play. And everybody like was like, they're throwing. They've given up. They're frustrated. They're throwing. And I remember talking with the coach at the time, TSM Flash. Yeah, Flash. And I remember asking him, like, yo, what the fuck was with that Petal pickup at the finals? And he was like, oh, man, so we scrimmed the Korean team, that same team, like we scrimmed them earlier in the week. And he's like, and they absolutely, they went like, of the 6 games we played, 4 of them, they jungled with that Petal pick, and they absolutely demolished us. Like embarrassingly demolished us. And they set up that pick the same way in that final draft, and we were so afraid that they were going to pick up the Petal that we just grabbed it instead. And it's just like there's so many of these little things, these little nuances that happen. What is this question? Do you think Basic hates Zane because Liz chose Zane over Dude, bro, this is what I'm talking about. These YouTube, the way these stories evolve from you guys. Because Liz chose Zane over him. Oh, YouTube is just unhinged. Dude, I still laugh at how people zoom in on the whole Mara hand on Hoon while she's talking. The way people build it up is like Mara assaulted Hoon or something. They always like zoom it up and then they slow it down so her hand is like slowly caressing his shoulder. Do you think Liz is blonde because Zayn asked her to do it to support him? Private. In Vainglory, I was a player on Halcyon Hammers, and then Vainglory went bankrupt after, what was it, two years? There's still a subreddit. The game is still out there, but it's only community mode. You can't really like do anything with it. You can't save your accounts. In AOV, I was a sub for Kranitz, and then I coached a team that never did anything in that, and then that kind of ended. I stopped actually doing stuff after coaching a team. There's two people who are part of my community that were around during that time. Tiamat, I think you can see him in the Discord sometimes. And his girlfriend Yukino. I don't know if she was around at the time though. But I never did anything big, dude. So don't get it twisted. I'm not a fucking pro player. I just kind of happened to be at the beginning of some of these games, and a bench warmer for another one. And then I just kind of like leaned into streaming because it's funner. Private making fun of Hoon for getting molested in front of hundreds of people. This is going to be the canceled. Oh, God. I'm going to tell this story again because it's funny. So everybody knows, you guys all know Liz. She's a sweetheart. She's really nice. She's from China, and there's a lot of Chinese culture that she kind of runs with. And as most of you probably know, Chinese culture does not, there's a lot of that Chinese culture doesn't lend itself to American culture, and there's a lot of American culture that doesn't lend itself to Chinese culture. So during one of the casts in the interview, Liz made a comment that, what was it? She was talking with Cloud9 and asking them, interviewing them about how it was living with them, living with all the guys in there and with the boot camp. And then she made a comment about like you and your fellow monkeys over there. And she was just trying to joke around because she's a sweetheart. And like she didn't assume, just because it doesn't have the kind of negative connotation in China that is a possibility in North America. And I remember she got kind of talking to about it afterwards. Like, can we not use the monkey term anymore? And I remember her asking why. And like a lot of us are trying to very gently explain to her, and she just wasn't understanding. And it's like, so it became like a running joke for the casters that Liz is trying to get herself canceled. Like, she'll just say anything out there. She's just. So it became a joke for her, like, oh, she can't say monkeys anymore. Better watch out for Liz. We're gonna have to get that censor out there. And then during the finals, she made a comment about, since I can't use the M word, and she used the M, like M. And when she said that, I can't use the M word, me me, Trex, and Wheezy, like, you should see our faces because I didn't hear M. I heard N. I heard her say, well, I can't use the N word. And I'm like, did she just say that? And we were talking offline about that. Wheezy was like, this girl goes the entire event and then's going to choose the last day to get canceled. Oh, man. Bro, there's a lot of things, a lot of little things that people cannot say on stream. Trex told me a story about how he got in trouble. It was either MSC or M5 that he said, what did he say? Oh, that a team went for an attack. They used all of their abilities and they still didn't get the kill. And Trex said something in the cast along the lines of, "Oh man, Team A just spent their just wasted their whole load and nothing came of it." Or something along the lines of like them blowing. Yeah, they blew their whole load. They just blew their whole load. And he said, they came into my ear and they're like, can we not talk about blowing loads anymore during the cast? Thank you. And somebody was talking about that there was a clip of Eternia. There was a clip apparently of Eternia that Mirko coaxed her into something like they were talking about you know, when you go out for a fight, you kind of stick your head out there and then kind of lean back to try to bait somebody into coming into your bush or trying to fight. And she's like, he's so good at baiting. They're such a great, he's great at baiting. And somebody told me like Mirko was like asking, would you say he's a master? Oh my God. Did you say he's a master of it? Dude. I said I was watching that. Dude. And then I think if I remember correctly, she noticed it after he said it. Or after she said it, she's like, yeah, masturbator. And she realized, like, it rung in her head, like, oh my God. And she tried to fix it mid-cast, like, as you said, masturbating, like, he's good at really good at baiting. It just, like, kept on with it. It's like, just shut up, quiet, let it go. I'm trying to find the clip. Where is it? I have no idea. They were telling me about it because we were talking. I think we were talking about comments because of Liz, about comments you can and can't say. She was flabbergasted, dude. I think the worst thing I've ever said is. I think Trex caught me on it when we were talking about. I think I was talking about somebody getting away. I'm like, oh man, he was trying to take them to Juke City, but took a wrong turn into Pound Town, and and Trex told me after Cassie's like Pound Town. I'm like, I don't know. I just he's like, you know what that could sound like, right? I'm like, well, I guess we'll find out if I get a letter in the mail. That's what happens when your job flashes right in front of your eyes. Bro, that's not the worst. In Vainglory, there was this player called Iraqi Zorro. He was from, I think he was Iraqi. So he was like Middle Eastern and he had like a thick accent, but it was really good. He was really good a talker. And they decided to put him on the casting desk because he was kind of starting to take a step back from being a player. and he still wanted to be involved. And I'm like, yeah, we'll put him on the casting desk. And I remember he was up there and like, bro, you like, I curse a lot. I curse a lot during my streams and stuff like that. I do not curse during casting. Like you have to have that fucking barrier, because if you do, I'm going to tell you, that is one of the things that will never be cute. That will never be something you can get over. Like the Moonton will cut that shit real quick, and you will probably never see a desk again. But this dude, I think somebody went in with an ultimate. And I remember Iraqi Zoro, I remember watching the stream, because he's like, and he goes in and what the fuck? He says, and he continued on it. And when he said that, it like flashed from the game to the casters, and you could see them both just like looking at him with like that nervous smile, like, is it over for us? Are we gonna cut his mic? It's just like and one of my friends, his IGN was Mo Lester. What would you do if the team was called masturbators we'd probably just call them baiters, but a lot of anything that's sponsored by Munsun or anything like that, for the most part, like especially big events, there's a ton of stuff that goes on in the back. Like, you don't know, names have to be changed. They didn't even like Asian disappointment. I think after a while, Munsun made them change their names. They weren't allowed to join any more tournaments as Asian disappointment. There's a lot of things like that happen in the back where people have to change their names and stuff like that. Liz is working here. We put her to work here. Uwu. We've pronounced things like Uwu before. Who was the other one? There was a name that we really liked. I can't remember the name. I think it was something like Pookie. Big Black Clock. Bro, I loved that. They weren't gonna keep that in there. I was wondering how long it was gonna be in there. I loved that name, Big Black Clock. Yeah. Dude, I probably would have been done casting after that. It would have been. It's so hard. You guys don't understand how hard it is to, like, everybody jumps on the casters when they say fried chicken. It's not fried chicken, it's flied, because there's a W in it. But you guys don't understand, like, when you're casting really fast and you're talking really fast, your brain has a certain rhythm to it. It remembers certain things. And if you're talking really fast and you say flied like that, it fucks with your brain. It's like your brain is like, oh, we're an idiot now. We're going to pronounce the rest of the words like an idiot too. Like, it's just, it's sometimes it's really hard to kind of get some of those things in there, but like saying Big Black Clock all the time and faster while you're casting, bruh. Big Black Clock, Big Black Clock. I'm like, I would mess that up at some point. I love that the chat got into it too. They were just such fans of the name. They were spamming. What were they spamming? Big Clock energy. I was pretty sure that the glasses were supposed to be mocking Basic because he wore glasses. That's what I said. People were putting so much into it. Like, it was goggles. They were putting on binoculars because they were saying like how far out that Cloud9 was that they couldn't see them. Or I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I think they were just making glasses. Like, bruh. I heard that when they were 15, Basic took Zane's Big Mac and ate it. And then Zane came back and asked, "Where's my Big Mac?" And Basic was like, And after that, he swore that they would always be mortal enemies. That's what I heard. I heard AV doesn't like private. I only like AV for the squirrels. We're devising a plan to get AV and Ariel out of the way so that now I can own his pet squirrels. I like private as much as big MCS. What the fuck is MCS? Unstable. They'll make you change it if they think it's AV is crushed. Bros before bros. Please excuse my friend, he doesn't know how to spell. I hope best player, dude, the best player is probably one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. You'll never catch him. Even him leaving GG wasn't easy, and I want to say it's really kind of upset him how certain things were handled there, with a Shark going behind his back and talking with Basic and like trying to formulate a deal to have Zane replace best player, and then best player leaking that to, or not best player, and then so he went behind his back and talked to Basic about replacing best player, and then Basic leaked that to best player so that like it would upset him. And it wasn't just that, but there were other arguments and stuff that were going on that I want to say best player had every right to be upset with the team over. And in all of that, when he went to Cloud9, he still did not talk shit about any of those guys. He still held them in the highest regard. He still talked about how much he appreciated being on the team, but it's just a better role for him in Cloud9 and stuff like that. And he took the high road. He never said a single negative thing about any of them. And he hasn't said negative things about anybody except for like in private, like where he was upset about something and like looking to vent about something. And so like of all the players to like kind of be like upset with, best player is probably not the one. He played very well, and I want to say For what he was given, it really felt like he was kind of shackled. I feel like the entire plan for Cloud9 was to have best player, to take away Zane's pick, and best player was an integral part of that plan. He wasn't allowed to play Ling. He wasn't allowed to play Fanny. There was all these other things that he's great on that he possibly could have put out there, but he didn't, because the plan was for him to take these picks away from Zane, even if he's not as good on these picks as he is on the assassin things. So, I mean, I think you guys you have to take that into perspective when it comes to like, and that goes for like all the team members there. I don't think it's any one person's fault on there. I know a lot of people are going to want to blame Basic, but let me tell you, bro, that turnaround, that knockout punch, oh, dude, that's just going to be an infamy. I'm not going to lie. Like, dude, when that shit happened, I was covering my mouth behind the thing because I was screaming. I thought it was over. Like, that literally could have made or broken that last match. Whoever won that fight, if all four of them would have gotten the gank on Zane, it would have been over. They get the Lord. BTK doesn't have the retry. Cloud9 gets the Lord, and they move on. Zane getting that, especially a move that worked 3 times before that with the blazing duet. Basic had nothing but opportunity, and the fact that like it just came down, he just got outplayed, bruh. Thing of nightmares for real. Where do you think Hoon stands in Midland versus the rest of the pro scene? Yes, I did see it. I did see it. I heard some of the members got banned for spamming the private to M6. I did see it. Don't send your members on suicide missions for me. I'm not worth it. Guys, don't use my chat to kind of like bicker amongst yourself. I'm gonna tell you one thing. You're not gonna get, especially when it comes to me, like I don't hate any of these teams. I don't think any of these, like I said, you guys, a lot of people take this way more seriously than the players do. The viewers hate with such a fiery passion for absolutely no reason, and you create this like it's politics or something. And like Zane, I can tell he doesn't like Basic. Bro, these dudes, you should see them when we do the live NACT. Like everybody's fucking chilling and talking. Even after that last match, what was it? The one in LA where we had where BTK got knocked out in the semifinals, bro. Everybody, all the teams and all the staff, we all went to dinner after that. Everybody was talking and laughing and joking. Like, you guys have, like, you guys build this up into something more than it is. And like I said, like in North America, bro, it's, you are worth it, AV. Thank you. I was not banned because I know the mods. Do you think he's one of the best? Hoon, one of the best mids. Man, it's... I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Demon, right? Demon was really, really good. I can't really think. Mark Cutie was still decent, but I want to say that in the total package, there might be somebody who is slightly better mechanically than Hoon, but I don't think that there is going to be anybody, and it's not even going to be like by much. Like, say if this is the level of mechanics that Hoon has, there might be somebody in North America that's like maybe this much better than him mechanically. Maybe. I don't have anything to really judge by. If I was just going off of right now, I would say he's probably the best mechanically too. But what he also has that I don't know about from other mages is his fucking game sense and his genius, his knowledge of the game when it comes to drafting and things like that. It's kind of like what you've gotten from what a lot of players lack. Like, they can play their role, but do they know like how certain things interact or what they're going to be doing with things? I think he's got a great game sense, and add that to his mechanical ability, and yeah, I think he's probably the best in North America. Apple better for real? Apple plays well on certain mages, certain non-mechanical mages, because her positioning is fucking ridiculously good. And she almost never makes the same mistake twice. If she ever gets caught, she'll never be going in that direction again. But when it comes to like snap, fucking like mechanical, technical ability, I think there's a lot of people that have her beat. But game smarts, I want to say, is what she has in spades, and that raises her above a lot of people. I'm waiting for Xena to cosplay Alice. In this meta, if BTK have no coach, they may get outdrafted in M6. I mean, that's true of any team, though. I mean, but that's the same thing everybody said about Cloud9, and BTK were able to kind of talk through it and find a good plan. I thought it was such an interesting point that Zane brought up during his interview, that he was not confident in the Akai pick, but the rest of the team convinced him to just go with Akai, because the rest of them were going to have strong picks, and they convinced him, and it was successful. That's just such an interesting thing too. And it kind of, on one part, it shows his respect for the team because he didn't want to do something and the rest of them agreed and talked him into it, and he did what they thought was good, even though he didn't personally agree with it. And then on the second point, it just shows how much that they understand and that they can adjust during the game. That's why, like I said, my big question is, was Midnight a part of those drafts last night, or did he just teach them a plan to go into there with? Because, not because it's bad for Midnight, but just because it just speaks so well about BTK being able to kind of figure out things so fast. Dude, why are we still arguing in my chat? Midnight interview? We already had a midnight interview. G, the echo is irritating. Let me tell you, G, that dude is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet, and I mean on a sincere fucking level. I know he plays up this gym jockhead on his stream and stuff like that, and sometimes he can come off a little odd, but if you know him, you know he's just trying to have fun. Like, let me tell you, like, a story. Like, when me, Aiko, and Trex first started, we were the original casters for NACT, and we were the casters for NASL, the community league. When we started getting bigger with NACT, Aiko was casting with us. We all talked amongst each other. the casters and stuff like that, and we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna just make sure everybody, like, if there's opportunities out there, try to make sure that you spread it amongst everybody else, let everybody know if there's casting opportunities and stuff like that. And then after that season, I want to say Aiko was not brought back as a caster, and I felt really bad, and I know Trex felt really bad because I want to say me and Trex kind of stood out more than Aiko. And they ended up using Aiko for other purposes behind the scenes. And but I know he kind of wanted to be a caster, and I know he wanted to do all of that. But while he was doing things on the side, and while he was making connections and networking on the side, literally every single other caster that went through, I want to say, whenever an opportunity came up, they always kind of held it close to the chest. They never told anybody else. They never let anybody else know. I don't know why it kind of felt like that, but it was, except for fucking Aiko. Because I remember he's the only person out of the group that continually came to me, let me know. He's the one who let me know about Snapdragon. He's the one who let me know about Games of the Future. He's the one who, like, he is so cool, and yeah, he's kind of jockey, and bro, he's hilarious when he gets drunk. He's can be loud, you know what I mean? But that's just, I mean, he's 20 something, and but he's sincerely probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever fucking meet, and he puts like 110% into shit. I mean, one of the biggest examples here is that Cloud9 did not pay for the team to do a boot camp. Everybody kind of, I want to get that kind of out there. Cloud9 didn't pay for them for their flights. They didn't pay for their food. They haven't paid for the living expenses. That is all G paying for that to do the best for his team, because he takes the job of manager seriously. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like people like I don't get this you have to hate Cloud9 if you like BTK. You have to hate BTK if you like Cloud9. Why can't you just like one team more than the other ones? Like, why don't we hate Godspeed? They were up there soon. Why don't we hate Nighthorde? Like, it's like they dared to challenge BTK. But yeah, Aiko, I really hope this works out for him, because he really, like, he shines in a job like this when it comes to, like, being there as a streamer, as like a kind of a manager. He's kind of like the mama bear of a lot of the teams and shit, so. Oh, wait, what? Cloud9, G paid for everything. Cloud9 wasn't covering expenses. Yeah, that was G. G paid for flights, tickets, and for them to come out there. I think Cloud9, they still get a salary. The players still get a salary, but that entire endeavor, having them do a boot camp and stuff like that at his place, that was entirely G. Anything he does will go 1,000%. Exactly. Like, dude, like he puts so much. Oh man, you could not say enough about that dude. That's why I said, like, it was a bittersweet ending yesterday, because yeah, BTK won. It's a great storyboard for us to kind of lean into M6 with, but man, does it suck for Aiko, because he put a lot into that. And honestly, I really, if you guys do anything with your fucking time, hell, I would go on to, because I know what I'm going to start seeing if I can't talk with Cloud9 to try to, like, if they do end up leaving, I think they should take Aiko with them to be a team manager for them. So because I think that no matter what team he has, he's got good sense. He's got good mentality for this stuff. He's smart too. So like, I mean, I think he would make a great manager for any team that they put him in front of. He doesn't have to do the coaching, but like as a manager, as like that mama bear that kind of helps give them those opportunities and stuff like that, I think he would do great. We've already gone over this. You guys, for the amount, everyone hates C9 because of the amount of smack basic and CW talks. Bro, you act like Zane is this fucking angel who has only had nice things to say about teams. He's just walked around being like, bless you, son. Thank you for playing this game with me. Bless you too as well, guys. Gosu, I love Gosu. We're all friends and family. General, my bestest friend ever. We're all great. Y'all forget 2 years ago, like... I think people dislike G after switching up on MOBA Zane and saying best player better than Zane right after he left C9. Zane had beef with General back in 2018, I think. Yeah. Dude, people are allowed to change their opinions. They forgot Zane and Dave, but people mature. Was Dave ever toxic? He actually, I'm not going to go into it. But if you meet Dave too, Dave's pretty cool. Dave's a very positive and energetic guy. And honestly, as far as North America is concerned, I don't know where we would be without him. He happened to strike the lottery because, one, he's Chinese, which means that Moonton was willing to work with him in ways they weren't willing to work with anybody else. Two, he's got ambition. So not only did he work with Moonton, but he developed his own company, created foreign famous staffing agencies so that it could take on this big role of putting on these events for North America. Like, if it weren't for him, I don't think we would ever have had a live event. There just would not have been a way to bridge that gap with anybody else that was part of the scene. Oh, gosh. Zane versus Flyde. Oh, dude, I'm actually really happy for Flyde. I'm not going to lie. Last season, Flyde took the loss to BTK really, really hard. And I want to say, like, Flyde, I've always been a fan of Flyde. Probably I don't know if I'm biased because he lives in the same state. We're both kind of from Chicago, but like, I know he worked really, really hard, and every single time he came up to the line, what was it? The season before that, him and BTK got beat. The second time he went to the Ohio brothers, and on GG, Chicken got beat again. And I know he was second guessing things at the time. He was like, bro, is it me? Am I doing things wrong? I'm constantly on the losing team. And I remember people were talking with him about that. And I'm really kind of happy that, like, finally they kind of, like, he's got that little kind of redemption for him. You guys think Zane was toxic here in Mobile Legends? You should have seen Zane in fucking Arena of Valor, bro. When you talk about toxic, bro, the reason he had to leave. So Arena of Valor, eventually they closed up shop in North America. They stopped supporting North America. We had our own problems, but one of the biggest things was like every single position of power, whoever had that, like, got fucking corrupt as fuck. Our community manager for North America, it came out that he was messaging girls on Instagram and Twitter, sending dick pics, sending inappropriate shit. He was the community manager. And, like, finally, like, at one point, some girls came up with DMs and stuff like that. And then, like, dozens of these girls came up with this shit. And he got replaced. What was his name? Zazzer, something like that. It was like ZYZZR or something like that. And then shortly after that, they kind of shut down a lot of things in North America. We didn't have any more tournaments that were sponsored by them. We didn't have any kind of like real streamers that were sponsored by them. And at the time, like, Zane was playing on the American team. Hoon had already left with Basic to MLBB, and it was just kind of a Zane left here. But Zane at the time talked so much shit about everybody that he was trying so hard to get onto European teams, to Latin American teams, all these different teams, and like none of them would have it. And I remember him telling a story on stream. And he was so completely baffled by it. What was he talking about? I forgot what the fuck his name was. It was a player in Europe that he was talking like, hey man, do you think there's a way you could fit me on the team? And the way I remember it is Zane said, and he laughed at me. And it was, to me, it was weird because like Zane had talked a lot of shit back then. You imagine this, the Zane you have like 2 years ago, but 4 years younger and with a bigger mouth. You know what I mean? And the fact that he was baffled by that, like, dude, do you not know what you've been saying to these dudes? Like, of course they don't want you on their team. And when he came to Mobile Legends, I remember I had sent him a message about that. Like, hey man, it's great to see you continue on with the game. I hope you kind of grow and mature here, because like, dude, he's always been great, but that, I want to say like a lot of that ego and stuff really drove a lot of players away at certain times, and it made it very hard for him to like get a team to stick with. Is Dave the same guy who was switching up between ML and Wild Rift? I don't think so. When Wild Rift came out, North America, Dave was pretty deep involved with Mobile Legends. And if I remember correctly, didn't Hoon go to Wild Rift for a while? He was on, was it Sentinels? Dave did Wild Rift, did he? Why don't I remember that? Did he do Wild Rift in North America? That's what I remember Pokemon. I don't remember he even went to Korea. So it wasn't in North America, because Wild Rift wasn't out here then. By the time Wild Rift came out in North America, we were already like 2 NACTs deep, I'm pretty sure. Hoon was Immortals? Yeah, you're right. Technically, Hoon came from AOV, or he came from Mobile Legends to AOV, back to Mobile Legends, then to Wild Rift, and then back to Mobile Legends. Except for me, I never came back. This was my first time coming to Mobile Legends. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Mobile Legends had such a fucking negative view that it was literally my last stop. I did Heroes of the Storm. I did Vainglory. I did Arena of Valor. And when Arena of Valor crashed out, I was finally like, fuck it. I guess I'll play Mobile Legends and I'll end my streaming career playing this go nowhere game. I thought I was gonna be done. The freaking Vainglory went bankrupt. AOV, or no wait, what was it? Heroes of the Storm. They stopped doing a pro scene for it because Blizzard also had Overwatch come out. So they basically dumped Heroes of the Storm. Vainglory, they went bankrupt within like a year because they were artificially inflating their esports team. They were dumping millions into the esports scene within the first year. There was nobody in the stands, nobody at the live events. AOV, they ended up leaving for the reasons I talked about. North America, they just dropped North America. And then finally was like Mobile Legends. HOK's been out for a while though. To be frank, Mobile Legends Bang Bang was fucking shit back then. Now it's miles better. Back then, I thought it was, dude, I believed all the rumors. I thought it was like everybody said that it was like some gacha game where like you have to pay to win and stuff like that. And there's no skill involved. I don't know why. I just don't like HOK. I'm going to tell you my impressions of HOK. I don't mind it. I like it. For the same reasons I kind of like Mobile Legends. However, it is heavily geared towards the Asian players. Like, one really weird, stupid example that might not mean anything, like the names of characters are so fucking hard for me to remember. And the way they look is so weird too. Like, it's not weird. It's just, it's like this one, they're cutesy. They're all cutesy characters with little, cute little hair and stuff like that. And I don't know how to tell any of them apart. And the names don't help because the names are all like classically like Chinese names, which is hard for me as an American to like decipher that. You know what I mean? Because Chinese names all kind of blur together. For me, as a native English speaker, the AOV names that they came from, like there was names like Crest, there was names like what was some of the other ones? Malak, Lubu. Just those ones like alone to me are like there's just some huge variations, and you can tell them apart. But with a game that's geared toward a language that's not yours, it's hard for me to like comprehend heroes and like I don't even know what junglers I play. I can tell you when I look at them, like I'm good at this hero and I can push with them, but I don't know their names yet because I don't how private is racist towards Asians. No, it's just hard for me to it's gonna take effort. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think of characters here that we nobody's gonna beat China too when they're years ahead. Yeah, that's an interesting thing too. I don't know, have any other countries actually come close? I haven't really been paying attention to HOK too, and it's like, who wants to join a pro scene where it doesn't seem even? You said my favorite jungler is Ching Chong. That's awful, dude. That's like, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Is that like MLBB, where who wants to join a game where the Filipinos are so fucking far ahead? Dude, that even kind of makes me like wonder. Well, maybe it's because Filipinos can afford The prize pools, if a Filipino wins it, it is worth more to them. Like, they can do more with it. Like, say the prize pool, I don't know what the prize pool is. Let's just make up a prize pool that's like $10,000, right? If a Filipino team wins a $10,000 US dollar prize pool, it goes farther in the Philippines than it would anywhere else. In Indonesia, in the US, in any of these other countries, because things are a lot cheaper in the Philippines. And maybe that means that they can support more with the money. They can get more coaching staff. They can get more housing. They can get more food and diets and stuff like that. It's just, I find it so fascinating how dominant Filipinos are. And that like Indonesia has yet to break that code. Orgs pay less to own a team. Currency different. ML is starting. Yusun Shin, Suyu, Zuxin. But why are these names somehow easier than HOK names? Indo is where the money is at. Yeah, Indo's where the money's at, but they have yet to win. Like, yeah, sure, regionals maybe, but not fucking international. That's been something that's puzzled me. Indonesia somehow has more money. They have more. I feel like they have more things that they can use at their disposal, but somehow they have not been able to figure out how to beat some of the Filipino teams. NA is goated for drama, though. Don't you think the drama and toxicity makes for better entertainment? They too humble and see. It's an interesting dynamic to have all of this drama because on one hand, yes, you're absolutely right. More people watch, more drama, more people take sides, more people get toxic, more people want to have their say in chat, so we get bigger viewership. However, on the flip side of that, as a caster, as a fan who wants to see North America grow, that same toxicity, that same level of immaturity that might get us some viewers will most likely turn away potential sponsors, will most likely turn away potential companies from wanting to host this because they're seeing like, oh, this is just some toxic kids game where they just scream and yell profanities at each other. And like, do we really want to have our brand associated with something like that? You know what I mean? And that's kind of the balance you kind of have to hit with some of this stuff. Zayn not only carrying BTK, but the entire NA region. This is something that is kind of like a phenomenon because he was a streamer first. We barely had drama this season, though. Yeah, like, I feel like there really wasn't a lot of drama. People are creating, like BTK and Cloud9. Even Zayn going to GG, best player going to Cloud9. When it comes to the teams, they were just like, yeah, he changed. We've got best player now. Zayn decided to go play with GG. And the way the fans and the viewers tell it, so there they were, one-on-one, fighting each other, and then stabbed in the back as, like, it's just the way people tell it, like, it's like, it was this huge, like, discourse for it, where it was just like, we had rough comms, they all speak Filipino, and I'd rather be with a team that speaks English, so that I can understand them, and we can better get along. And best player is like, yeah, they speak Filipino, but I'm going to learn Filipino so we don't have any communication issues. And that's that. but that doesn't sell. That doesn't make the that doesn't get clipped. You know what I mean? It's just so unprofessional, bro. Of all the things, of all the things that NA does that are unprofessional, you think the couch is the top of your list for what you think looks so unprofessional. Bro, I'm thinking fucking Secret Labs need to come out with a fucking a couch Secret Lab chair. Chicken was talking about it too, because he's like, fucking Hoon played so much better when he was laying down on the couch. And his chat, Chicken's chat was asking, are they gonna get him a bed for M6? He's like, fuck, if he's gonna play like that, I'll let him have my chair so that he can lay down. My arms hurt for Liz with her little tiny arms. I think he was kind of resting it on his chest. His arms weren't like up like this. His arms were like resting on his chest while he was playing. And I think he had a pillow there too, so it's not like it wasn't professional to have the wrong player picks in the finale. Ugh, dude, I did not wish to be a coder for these things. Bro, you should have seen how much Dave, like, drove these guys crazy. Dave nitpicks a lot of stuff to make sure everything is perfect. And let me tell you, if you guys notice something, if you guys there is not a single thing that you guys or the viewers notice that Dave does not notice, write down, and like have it out with the producers. Like, why was this like this? Can we fix that? Can we make sure that's not going to happen again? Maybe we should run a practice to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Things like bro, because all those little things that you guys notice, he immediately notices. And if he notices, fucking Moonton notices. And if they notice, they're going to be having it out with him. They're going to have a phone call with him about it. It's about, like, why does this look unprofessional? Blah, blah, this and that. It wasn't just Zane. Everybody spent their money. All those players there spent their money. It wasn't just on Zane. I like that though. I think I talked about this earlier. I think it makes it so that the players feel like I was talking about, like, if I spent like $2,000 to go somewhere for a boot camp, you better damn well know I'm waking up at fucking 6, having my fucking breakfast, and fucking making sure I'm playing by 7 in the seat, just fucking grinding my fucking heart away. I think that made it so everybody had something to lose. I think most of them probably, I want to say, like, they probably didn't even get anything out of this prize pool. They're probably, and what do they even make if they go to M6, right? Let me see. I don't think any of them are actually going to make anything from this because they spent so much money actually on this. What am I looking for? Liquipedia. M6. Prize pool. What was the last M6 like? Like, what did they get for the last one? Let me see. $20,000. Wait, how did they not go out last here? What was their score? So last time BTK got 12th place, and they got $20,000. Oh, it was 900,000 last year, so it is 100,000 up this year. Yeah, so that's not huge, you know what I mean? Like that's like, and last year if they did like fourth place, it's only $55,000. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying that that's chump change, but like $10,000 isn't like life changing in America. I love that you think Aiko had any control over player contracts. Let me see M3. What did BTK get for M3? BTK got $80,000 for M3. What is that? Divided by 5? Pull out the calculator. $16,000 per person. Like I said, like this stuff isn't like really You guys act like Aiko is not in charge of their training. Aiko literally has to be just the mom. He only organizes stuff. He makes sure that they are where they're supposed to be for certain things. I love that you think that like Aiko has any control. Like if Cloud9 said, Aiko, you're in charge of making sure these dudes wake up and that they're practicing at a certain time. Do you really think these dudes would listen to Aiko if he said, it's 6 o'clock, get the fuck up, let's start playing? You think any of them would listen to him? Isn't that the job of the manager? The manager, I want to say, when it comes to like North America, the manager, like, I want to say what you're thinking of seems more like the coach's job to me. The manager just makes sure that like the paperwork is done, that these guys are aware of like interviews that they need to do, scheduling for shit, like actual games, where they need to be at what time. Does somebody need to do an interview afterward? Do we need to get some graphics out? Do we need to post on social media? Anything strategic, I want to say, probably comes from a coach or a staff. Riches, it sounds like you were at the boot camp. That's not on Aiko. Aiko cannot force them to practice more. I'm not going to lie. When they talked about their practice schedule, their scrim schedule, how early they woke up. You remember that interview during the playoffs? And they're like, yeah, we wake up pretty early. We go play basketball, and then we eat, and then we get back, and it's pretty much a grinding for the rest of the day. And I'm like, holy shit, these dudes are spending like 12 hours grinding. And then Liz asked, oh, so like what time? And they're like, oh, we get up pretty early, usually around 12 or 3. I was like, what the fuck? Like this dude acted, he sounded like he was getting up at 6 with the fucking crow's roost. But no, like these dudes are like, the sun's going down by that fucking time. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. I don't know how true that is, though. You have to understand, them saying that they didn't put in the work is coming from BTK. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how they would know. Maybe it's because of the stars. I don't know how true it is. I would love to know. I wish I did, because I don't know. I don't even think we need to know. Like, the only reason people want to know is because they're looking for something to blame. When something doesn't go the way it is perceived to go, everybody's looking for something to blame. They want somebody. Is it basic? Was it fucking best player? Was it that goddamn Nats? Was it G? Did he not get them fucking up early enough? Was he not fucking massaging them as they were fucking playing? Like, it's like, sometimes the other team was just a little better. Does BTK have a secret coach? I don't believe so. I think somebody said that Zayn was talking about this on his stream. That they had a coach during qualifiers, but they maybe didn't like it, or I don't know how that went, but I don't think they kept the coach. I don't think they definitely, I don't really think there's a way that they kept the coach through that. The water is different in OKC. Zayn said the coach was bad, so they got rid of him. I would love to know. I've seen part of what what's his name? Midnight does. Like, Midnight comes up with Excel sheets when it comes to picks, counters, things like that. Aiko should have sung them lullabies at nighttime. He wasn't doing enough. Yeah, bro, I heard Aiko wasn't even reading them stories before they went to sleep. What the fuck kind of manager does not read his team's stories or tuck them in at night? Did he even kiss them on the forehead before he left? I don't think so. I didn't hear it. Obviously, Aiko was the weakling. Bro, let me tell you, Mielo, what kind of mom is Aiko? I know. I hope they stick. Bro, has there been any team that has stuck through more than one season? I'm trying to think. TOB. Did they though? Wasn't Basic originally on TOB? And then he left. And then Shark went to TOB, right? Am I dumb? That's Valley. Oh. Best player doesn't seem to fit his name. Okay. Well, how about better than you player? Better than gym player. Better than private dancer player. Better than Ritzith player. I will say, best player is not bad. I will say that Zane really showed. I do think that Zane is a great. I think he's probably one of the best players in North America. Dude, like if Zane was like a card, he would give buffs to all the rest of the cards. That's something else that's like really kind of crazy about Zane. Is like I'm not sure if it's because he says something or if it's because of the status of Zane that makes other people want to play better, but it really feels like I don't know, it's just so crazy to think. You remember like when he like when BTK broke up and he was just a scrounging for people. We'll take fucking T, Yato, Gina. Boom, we're gonna throw these guys on a fucking team. Chicken, yeah, you're still here, bro. Yeah, okay, boom. We're gonna throw these guys together. We're gonna get our fucking asses kicked through fucking playoffs, and we're gonna still get to the grand finals, and then we're gonna have the first fucking upset of the grand finals. It's like and you guys act like he was so fucking positive too. Like, bro, he was talking shit the entire time about his team. If you don't remember, I'll refresh your memory. There's DMs of him fucking hitting up Dave saying he wants to change his fucking team because he cannot play with these monkeys. Was it monkeys, gorillas, apes? He refuses to play with them. He wants to change his team before the grand finals. And Dave had to convince him to stay positive, stay confident. I don't remember what he called them. Did he call them apes? But he was talking shit about his team the entire time. Do you know that Basic used to be top 1 Lancelot and Hayabusa here in the Philippines? I don't understand why he doesn't want to go jungle. Because there's better jungles out there? Probably. There's also... Have you ever played jungle in a team formation? Bro, there's a lot that rests on your shoulders as a jungle. You've got to get your rotations. You got to pay attention to every lane because you got to see where the gank is coming. You got to make sure that you're not getting invaded. And if you do get invaded, you need to decide, do you take this fight? Do you not? Ultimately, you're probably going to be the person who decides if your team is ready to go for an objective or if you're going to be diving under attack. There's a lot that's on there where if you're a fucking marksman, you just fucking pew pew herp derp. Are we going in? Yep. All right. Here I come. Herp derp. I feel like it's really easy, and I want to say Basic has improved a lot because I'm going to tell you, I used to think that his marksman was his marksman wasn't great. the split pushing thing feels like a cheap way out to not be part of fights, to not die, to not get deaths. Like there were so many times where I'm just like his team could have won that fight if he was part of it. And he never was, because he was always constantly split pushing. We've seen him really tone down on that, really start getting the confidence to start coming into a lot of these fights. Like I said, and like, I mean, a lot of that he was doing really freaking well. The Moskoff, the Claude, he did so great in a lot of those games, but it also led to that one point when he went after Zane, and Zane fucking shoved his head in the dirt with a punch. Yeah, Basic is going to get blamed either way, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, man, it's just rough. And if you miss a 50-50 retry, they call you shit. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, dude. This is what I don't get. A 50-50 retry, there is no reason that you should ever blame the jungler for a 50-50 retry. If there is a 50-50 retry, your fucking team has failed. As far as I'm concerned, if you get control of the fucking Lord and you have to have a 50-50 retry there, your team has failed at zoning, at protecting you, at getting the jungle away. I don't see why, like, it should always be 50-50 retry. God damn, the rest of his team just fucking sucks. Like, it should never be like that. Now, I understand if he's like, if he doesn't retry or he gets fucking cocky, but like, last MSC, Zane was getting, yeah, dude, there was a point where Zane was like CC'd for like 3 seconds and they're like, retry gap. I'm like, the dude was in a coma. Do you also go into the hospital and start kicking like fucking handicapped people's beds and be like, why can't you walk, bitch? It's like, dude, Zane was basically in a coma from all the CC. Dude slides in, he's like, all right, just gonna go ahead and grab that retry, go ahead and scoot my way out. I really hope you get the gig. I really hope I do too, guys. I just looked at the fucking time, bro. It is midnight here. What the fuck? Oh. Guys, if you don't know, I am Private Dancer. I am a caster for North America. I also have a channel on YouTube, exclamation point socials. You can check out some of my videos there. We have some fun here with it. Fridays, we do giveaways. So if you want to catch me then, add my channel, throw a like, sub, whatever it's called now. Basic Blazing Duet main culprit. Zane, I can't fucking move. Thoughts on C9 trash talking in NACT finals tournament lobby. Bro, it's all part of the game. Honestly, do you not see in M6 when fucking like the top teams win games and they're like almost standing on their fucking tables screaming at their fucking opponents? Wasn't there one where was it an M6 or MSC where like one of them actually like walked up to the table and was like going like this? Like, guys. I hope to catch it again. I enjoyed it, guys. I enjoy it too. Hopefully you guys add me. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. What's the biggest upset in NACT history? This is for me, honestly. Not that I was rooting for Cloud9 or anything, but like the fact that it was a reverse sweep, bro, that's absolutely insane. Few in M5. Was it a few in M5? Nats also in MSC. Dude, I'm just saying, you guys, like, just, the trash talking is part of the game. You just have to learn to kind of tune it out. And I just hope everybody, whether you're a Zane fan or a Cloud9 fan, I hope everybody, especially in here who's a Zane fan, everybody's kind of celebrating. I hope we all have the respect for Cloud9, because like I'm saying, it does not benefit North America for Cloud9 to leave. It doesn't benefit anything for these guys to disband. If anything, we want to get the top of North America stronger. We want to have some type of competition for BTK for the top teams in North America. Otherwise, they're going to get rusty. Otherwise, we're going to have, we're going to start AV being a hater. When an M5, when Nal flipped Fat Bamba and got suspended. No, they had no respect for BTK. What? Talked about his mom. Is it socials? Did I? Oh my God, my thingy's not even working right now. I'm so stupid. My bot's not up. Cloud9 YouTube channel was shitting on BTK fans? I don't think so. I'm gonna need to see proof of the official Cloud9 YouTube channel shitting on BTK. I highly doubt that. Though that is a professionally run organization, bruh. Hold on, let me get my commands. Where is it? Do I have socials?
Dubai, como se midió, all mine, andamos en el porch, en high, tómatame un brush, goodbye, ya mismo estoy que firmo con la night, first class pero ya mismo en G5, putas quieren chingar con mi wife.
Oh, that's awful. Cloud9 said BTK isn't even a real org, but they're not. The hate, bro. Don't tell the hate BTK was getting on the cloud by the Cloud9 fans. Like there weren't 10 times the amount of Zane fans that were shitting on Cloud9. Cry a fucking river. Dude, I don't like I said, you guys make this bigger. Zane, I guarantee there's no love, there's no like hate between him and there. Where is the lie? Imagine doing a giveaway after a reverse sweep. Bro. Bro, Aiko's better than me. I would have said, fuck you all. No giveaway for anybody tonight. I would have been done. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell fucking that's how you can tell he's a nice dude. I'd have had you all fucking sitting here. Oh, what do we have? 70 fucking names for a fucking epic skin? You know what? Fuck you guys. My team didn't win. It just fucking cut off stream right there. I'm not gonna lie. I guarantee you what happened after stream ended is Aiko went out there to talk to them to try to cheer them up, because that's the fucking type of dude Aiko is, man. Oh. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get off, dude. I didn't realize I was talking this long. Like I said, we stream on Wednesday. If you type !Xena, you can catch her tomorrow. She's a cosplayer. Very lovely girl, good friend of mine. She's going to be streaming tomorrow. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Fridays are giveaways and viewer matches, so we'll have those. Maybe I'll stream this weekend too, as well. Is this Halloween weekend? Let me see. Kinda. We might stream this weekend. We'll see. I think Cloud9 is still sponsoring them. I have no reason to believe that Cloud9 does not still have faith in the team. I mean, they lost, but like, orgs lose. The one thing I will say is it depends on the teammates. Does Basic Nats, Cold World, best player, and I'm forgetting somebody here. Nats, Cold World, best player. I already forgot. Do those 5 guys sit here and mope around for a month, or do they take a week, get themselves together, and then start playing again, and start streaming again, and start doing everything that they need to, so that there's a different result next year at NACT? That's going to be the tell sign for Cloud9. I guarantee you, because I guarantee you, if they fucking sit around like the Ohio brothers did, or like GG did, that was one of the big turning points for GG. Not only did they not like what was going on with like the North American stuff for NACT, but the fact that GG just kind of sat around and didn't practice after that, that really turned them off. So honestly, like I said, I don't like the hate or the negativity. Like, it's nice, it's fresh, everybody's energetic, but like, I want to say, like, next week everybody should be positive. Everybody should be kind of putting their welcomes on the Cloud9. Hey man, you tried your best, it wasn't enough. Hopefully you guys are still practicing, and for a better run next year. Are you going to M6? I have no idea. We're gonna find out. We're gonna pester people this week to see if we can get an answer. I'm hopeful, but it's kind of close, and I still haven't heard anything. And yeah, so I don't know. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming here. Like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll be back on Wednesday. You can check out my YouTube channel too. For I want to say you can check out my videos. Space Marine. I also have a MLBB Pulse video where I discuss a lot of the goings-ons around North America. And then we also have our joint streams that we do. We put the highlights in the video section. This last one was with Space Marines. Pretty entertaining. I do like playing with Xena and Booyaka, and we have a lot of fun with it. They're just as boisterous and loud as I am. So if you guys do like that, I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Friday will be the giveaways, and hopefully everybody had fun and enjoyed this NACT. There's more MLBB going on around the region, so make sure you check them out. I think Indo still has something to go. Malaysia, SRG still has their finals to go. So it's not just about the Philippines. And remember, SRG shocked a lot of people, so you might want to be able to check out their meta, see where that's kind of heading now as well. But I'm going to check you guys later. It's past midnight. I cannot believe I stayed up so late talking with all you lovely people. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to check you guys later. Good night.